Hello, everyone, and welcome to another commentary from Chaotic Fringe. I'm kind of happy right now because Comic Con is going to be in about 2 weeks, and though I can't spend as much time as I'd like to spend, I will be there at least a little bit of the time, which is great. But there is a love hate relationship with Comic Con, and I just found out some news today that brings out the hate part. So it turns out that the author of 50 Shades of Grey is going to be doing a signing at Comic Con. I saw it in the San Diego paper and online, and I had to double check it because I was so sure this was a mistake. Maybe she was going to be somewhere else. Then I saw from an AP report in another newspaper that indeed she was showing up at Comic Con for a book signing. Okay, this is Comic Con. It is called Comic Con International. And I've put up with a lot of things during Comic Con where you have, like, let's say, TV shows that really have nothing to do with comics that are there presented, or science fiction, or fantasy. And here we have another example of Comic Con, I guess, reaching out to the mainstream audience is all I can think of. But 50 Shades of Grey? The place is popular enough, and that's kind of the other thing that kind of irks me when they do something like this, especially with like 50 Shades of Grey. People have already bought their tickets. It's not like putting her up there is going to have someone out there that doesn't have a ticket say, hey, let me go buy a ticket for Comic-Con so I can see the 50 Shades of Grey lady. That's not happening. They've been sold out months in advance. So the thing that I can't understand from a fan point of view, if you have something that is for comic books that has now grown into television, that has grown into fantasy, and I get it. I get sometimes you want to have the big name stars there. But seriously, 50 Shades of Grey, lady, you want to have the author of that at Comic-Con? And I'm not even saying this from a prude perspective. Look, trust me, years of Comic-Con, especially in the early days, there was stuff that would make 50 Shades of Grey look like a joke. Especially if you look at some of the slash fiction that's there, and y'all know slash fiction, you know what I'm talking about. But 50 Shades of Grey, that just seems so, it's almost like the Twilight controversy. Though, in this particular case, the Twilight controversy almost makes sense. It's like, okay, well, there's like vampires in it, so even though pretty much most of the people really wouldn't like something like this, I can see, I guess, where it works. But 50 Shades of Grey? Okay, maybe you want to put it in erotic fantasy? Again, that's not Comic-Con. So, these are the things that gets me. Is like I said, there's the good parts of Comic-Con that I love, and I loved in seeing it. But then there's stuff like this that just kind of makes you shake your head about Comic-Con. So that's my 2 cents about this whole thing about this woman showing up for Comic-Con. And I will be making more comments about Comic-Con and lots of other things in time to come.